What's going on, guys? Who is Tunde here? Welcome to another episode of Afrobeats Weekly, your podcast about African music on the continent and the diaspora. Shout out to you guys. We were gone one episode and people were DMing me asking for the episode. You know, we took a little break, but we are back now. I went to the chilled land of Ibadan, but you know, I'm back now. I quickly had to come back to Lagos because I have a toxic relationship with Lagos. Anyways, we'll get into that shortly. Before we get into today's episode, as usual, I need you guys to please rate and review this episode, this podcast. Engage with us, helps us grow, helps us get noticed. So as you're listening from a favorite app right now, leave that 5-star rating and comments. Would appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. On today's episode of Afrobeats Weekly, we will be discussing Swizz Beatz comments on him introducing Wizkid and Burna's music to the American audience. And as usual, we've got new songs, spotlight of the week, turntable charts, eliminate, and all that other good stuff. What's going on, my G? How far now?
Yo, what up, man? How you doing?
I did, man. I did. Yes, sir. Been a while. 1 week while.
Yo, just 1 week, man. Just 1 week. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, 1 week and the streets was like, where are you guys now? Give us episode. I like that.
No, it's good. It's good, you know. Keep them feeling. Yo, man, it was good. Just know it was a nice break. I caught SDC when it came through.
I saw that
a couple of days ago. It was live, man. It was really good. You can see the difference between when it came last year and the show they did last week. It was,
improvement,
bigger venue. Exactly. Just for the fact that they even could get a bigger venue and fill it up, sold out, almost 1,000 people. So that was a dope look. We had a couple people come through. It was Falana. She came through. Logo to perform with them, and some guy named Toby. I don't know if you guys know him, but exactly. So Toby also to perform. So yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it looks very lit. Like all the Canadian connects that I had on my Snapchats and my Instagram stories, it was like almost everybody was there. Any story I tap like that, I just see SDC concert. I was like, oh man, you love to see it because these guys have been grinding hard and they now have like a loyal fan base and can like sell out venues anyway. I think they just sold out their American venue that were just advertising. So that's crazy, man.
Yeah, crazy growth. DC in New York as well. So
yeah, crazy growth from SDC, man. Things we'd love to see, man. Things we'd love to see. Whoever thought that hip hop would make it this far? I just had to add that. Anyways, man. Yeah.
I'm technically timeline music.
Yeah, well, whoever thought that a version of hip hop could make it this far? But still rap, whichever way you look at it. And again, it's in that topic of trying to balance where, you have this hip hop head fans and you have like, music for the ladies and for those guys that also listen to chill music. I like always preach on this place. It's all about finding balance. Once you find your balance in whatever it is you do, especially like rap music, you're going to be eating good, man. So yeah, I love it for them.
Yeah, because I always tell people that people first of all started checking the ladies started checking out SDC because of like the hooks, all the people that they have on hooks so they can sing with it. But I was at the concert a couple of days ago, and like ladies were spitting those raps too, man. People were rapping ghost bars, and ghost bars are. Yeah, not easy. So exactly, they brought them in, and people are liking the raps now too.
Dope stuff, man. Dope stuff. Yeah. Anyways, let's get into today's episode. We have a fan mail first. He says his name is Festus. He says he's been a fan of the pod since I tuned in from Who's Tunde's Instagram reel. Shout out to you. He said I'm an upcoming artist, but my masters is getting in the way. So I took a break. I love what you guys do, and I'm able to catch up on news and new music recommendations. You guys are talking about Rookie of the Year the other day, and I think Odumodu just might get it, by the way. So far, so good. Davido has Album of the Year, and I'm happy for him. I actually think so too, man. I think like I've always said, for Odumodu, I love the dude's energy. He has this way of rapping that I like. He feels very authentic, and the movement is growing bigger. All these performances that I've seen, people are always rapping along. It always looks lit. So I feel like an EP or an album is just going to solidify his Rookie of the Year status. And yes, so far so good. to me, Davido's album of the year too. So yeah, shout out to you.
Easily. Yeah.
Shout out to you, Festus.
Festus from Festac.
Festus, shout out. Anyways, you guys should be like Festus. Write us fanmail at afrobeatspod.com. That's fanmail at afrobeatspod.com. Let's get into the news making the rounds this week, and we are kicking off with some Rema gist. Raves and Roses Ultra by Rema has become the most streamed Afrobeats album on Spotify. Rema released the deluxe version of his debut album, Raves and Roses, last week. The album, of course, with the assistance of the hit single Calm Down with Selena Gomez, has propelled it to Spotify royalty. The album is also the first to accumulate 1 billion streams. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy what the Selena Gomez tax song can get you, man. Jesus Christ.
Yo, I don't know. How did you enjoy the 6 new songs?
To be honest, I'm a Rema. I like to consider myself a Rema stan, but because we're not here last, I don't know if I can just quickly just brush. I don't. For now, I'm now liking the song. I can't remember. I think it's the one of Body, something about Body, because I'm hearing it everywhere. Okay. But if we reviewed this album last week, and I've been like, these 6 songs, I don't know. I don't necessarily care for any of them, but now that I'm hearing that main single, I think it's Hove or something like that, or Body or something like that, I don't mind it. But as I last week listening to it over and over again, I was like, man, I don't know, man. I just don't know.
You just don't know. Yo, yeah. I'm getting to like a couple of songs. I think Charm is one of them, right?
Yeah, Charm
is one of the new songs. I think Charm is one of the new songs, and I think that's the one that, I kind of really like.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, not bad anyway. It's Rema now. He does this experimenting thing with his voice, tries new market, tries new sound. So I'm never mad at the boy for trying, man. But those 6 new songs, minus the Selena Gomez one, obviously, that everybody hears and everything. Yeah, I didn't really like, I'm going to go back to this album. And again, the album, like, maybe because I didn't generally like that album, but, story for another day when they ask me about my album. Anyway, let's move on to Asake. Asake has announced a one-off London show at the O2 Arena this summer. Mr. Money with Vibes will be performing at the 20,000 capacity London venue on August 20, marking his first performance in London since the fatal crowd crush at his O2 Brixton gig in December. Hopefully they've sorted this one out and all the security concerns. Pre-sale is now live if you want to buy Asake tickets until May 9th before the main tickets go on sale May 10th. I won't be surprised if it's sold out already, sir, because
yeah. Funny thing is, I'm probably going to be at that show as well.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, man.
Let me see you
taking a trip across the pond.
Nice. Make a good King
across the pond.
King Charles for us.
King. Oh yeah. I'll say hi.
Yeah, I say hi to the King. Anyway,
yeah, probably.
It's some news that is going to excite Show and Wande fans. Wande has released the official track list for the forthcoming album, Legend or No Legend. The album drops May 19th and it features Wizkid, Olamide, Fireboy, and T-Pain. It's a 13-track album, so we're going to be 18 good come next 2 weeks, man. We're going to be here. And hopefully no more postponing. David has dropped his album. Everybody has moved on. We're still jamming it. We are jamming it. So one day if you postpone this album, I'm no longer listening. I promise you that.
Yo, well, I'm still excited. I don't know how to feel. So that's just, it's a weird. I'm in a weird space. I'm excited about it. Yo, let this album come. But I feel like the anticipation is
yeah. But I feel like if the album cover and track list, I started generating some buzz. But still not enough buzz for one day cool status. Get me but I don't know. We take what we get, I guess.
Okay. So bro, let me just put it down how I felt.
Yeah.
You know how we said Paper Show was the song with Olamide, how did you feel about that song?
good song, but little or no push. So the thing just came and just went to me. But if I guess if you're like a Wande fan or an Olamide fan, you're still bumping it. But the general public, a song that has Olamide and Wande is supposed to do way better than what it did.
Exactly. And so that's I was finally in a general public situation.
Exactly.
Like I went for one Afrobeat like party, whatever.
Yeah.
And like that song came on right after like my piano song. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But like crowd was not moving. It was just it felt like, yo, this song is not connecting at all. Like I didn't get it. And I was just like, damn. So yeah, I don't know, man. Hopefully there are more bangers on the album. So yeah. Let me just hope for that.
Hopefully, Mr. Wande Cole, we shall be waiting next 2 weeks. We're here to review. We'll probably give it a track by track too because it's Wande anyway. So anyway, yeah. So from Wande, let's segue into today's topic, and it's about Swizz Beatz. Yeah, so Swizz, obviously his album came out to be a hip hop head, his EP or whatever. So I was trying to promote it, and one of his promo runs, they asked him a question about the kind of music he was listening to. And the co-host of the podcast was like, that she used to travel to, that when she traveled to Ghana, she's now falling in love with Afrobeats and stuff like that. And and Swizz was now like, that's nice. That's what you're saying. That I was the first person to introduce Wiz and Burna and play, as first person to also play Wizkid's song to the American audience. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he was one of the first people to like publicly play his songs because it's Swizz. However, I think he could have said, I was one of the first people to bump his music before he became super famous. And he wouldn't have been wrong for that either because, Swizz has this, let me play Fela, let me tap into other sounds vibe. But seeing he introduced Wizkid to the American audience, it is totally false.
No.
To me, I feel like if you agree with him. Yeah, I can't, because what'd you say?
I kind of agree with what he's trying to say, though.
Yes, I get where it's coming from. I actually get it, but just that statement is false on its own. But if you want a fair introduction to Afrobeats and the movement, then I suggest you watch Afrobeats Backstory on Netflix. But for the sake of this pod and for time, obviously, I'll just fast forward to London and the diaspora listeners being the entry point to Afrobeats in the US too. And Wizkid's Ojuelegba remix with Skepta and Drake, being that song that gave the alley-oop to Come Closer, and of course, One Dance. So if we're going to narrow it down in particular to any artist, I just say Drake was the major entry point for a lot of people in the US as regards listening to Afrobeats, especially because of the pop status and the influence Drake had at that time. Obviously, there were a lot of songs, a lot of artists have been trying collab with P-Square, with Gross, P-Square, Akon, all these other songs. But because of the way Drake's star power was set up, that was when people started gravitating towards that Afrobeat sound. Like, what is this sound that sounds very Caribbean and very melodious and very danceable? So I'd say Drake. Again, Swizz is my guy. I understand where it's coming from. Swizz is like all of us music heads that like discovering new people and being like, I was the first person to play this guy's songs. I'll say something like that too. If I was like one of the first people to put something, I'm like, I was the first one to discover John Bellion. I was the first one to discover this guy. So I get where Swizz is coming from. He's a passionate music fan, but that statement is just, it's false, man. It's false.
Okay. So so I understand what you mean by, the entry point was with Drake. However, to him, he feels like, okay, I was the first person to play it because Swizz also DJs.
Yeah.
And so for the fact that he DJs, he's kind of like saying, hey, look, and when I went to like a function or whatever, I was breaking in Wiz and Burna records before other DJs started playing those records to the American audience. So I feel like that's the statement he was trying to make. And some people might have heard of it, but actually DJs playing those records, that's a different thing. So he's trying to say, okay, I started playing those records at parties for people to listen to those songs. Okay, it's something I can mess with. It's something I can master. So I think that's what his statement was.
Which I'm not mad at, but again, you know how all these Americans, if we don't write our story and if we don't tell our own tales, they're going to twist everything, and next thing you might just see one article on website or one interview as well. They say, you know, who introduced Wizkid to the American audience? It was Swizz Beatz, and we were like, what the fuck? Right in front of our eyes. I know it's like Afrobeats to the world, but the earlier we start telling our own stories, I start telling our own narrative and how we saw it, because it's in real time. This one never even thinks safe. It's still documented. We can still see it. So yeah, man, Swizz, we love you, but yeah, I mean, we understand what you're trying to say. But, yeah, yes, exactly. Calm down. I'm trying to say, fight down a bit. I think Drake owns that award, man. As you know, people love to hate on him, but he has done so much for trying to bridge rap with like other genres, and he will do Latin today, he will do whatever it is tomorrow, he will do Afrobeats next tomorrow. So that's who Drake is, and that's why one of the reasons why I like him. I mean, not like his bars and all that, but as a superstar and someone that's always trying to like, you know, give music its best. Drake is.
I'm ready to do anything. All right, no problem.
You can't say anything like you're Canadian now, so you're like, okay, that's my goat. Okay. Yeah, so there you have it, guys. Let's move into new songs and albums we bumped this week. There were a lot of songs this week. We've got Someone by Fireboy, Hallelujah by Asake and Blaqbonez, Coaster by Amaarae, Madam the Madam by Yaba, Buluku Boyz, Penny by Kwesi. We traveled to Ghana this week. We have Penny by Kwesi and Terminator by King Promise. Shout out to our Ghanaian people. Yeah, they really gave us some nice. Anyway, let's kick off with Someone by Fireboy. To be honest, I don't know how I feel about this one. It's a good song. You know, Fireboy hardly has bad songs and hardly has like whack lyrics. So good song, dope lyrics. It just sounds like he's trying to experiment with his newfound abroad audience. But I like my Fireboy Afrobeats, and this one is more like dance. It's like more like dance Afrobeats. But it's a good song, but I just don't know how I feel about it yet. Anyway, so yeah.
Yo, man, it felt like house music.
Yeah,
which was kind of good.
Different, yeah.
Like it was different. Like you said, his abroad audience, whatever you want to call that. But I feel like it was something different. And you know, in this day and age, man, we gotta keep it fresh.
Exactly, and try everything.
You gotta keep it fresh, man. You gotta try it, man. And so yeah, I messed with this, man. I actually do like this song. It would get a couple of spins. So yeah, Someone like Fireboy.
Yeah, for me, it's when I keep it's all those songs that if I hear it on radio, I'm not mad at it. But yeah, I don't think I really went back to it and be like, oh yeah, that Fireboy song is so fire. But anyways, let's move on to Hallelujah by Ckay and Blaqbonez. This one was produced by Magic 6. You want that Nigerian Amapiano? I think Magic 6 is now the go-to guy. Not a bad jam at all. I think the more I've listened to this one, especially on social media, the more I love it. Blaqbonez killed it with that melody rap that I did. So I'm not this one I added to the playlist. I absolutely love it.
Yo, man, Blaqbonez, as always, I'm a big fan of his. You can leave his theatrics, his social media acting aside, but him as a performer, as an artist, he's always on point. So he basically steals this song for me.
Yeah, so, he steals the song. I'm not even going to lie, man. Like, very, 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 very solid jam there. Hallelujah by Ckay and Blaqbonez. We also listened to Co-Star by Amaarae. This one was she's half Ghanaian, half Nigerian, I guess. But that's in the music sphere. I don't know about the origin. Anyways, not too bad jam.
I think it's 100% Ghanaian, man.
Okay, I don't know, because I was an argument I saw one time, but I don't really follow the argument. On this one, she's, coming through with her whisper voice as usual, singing about zodiac signs and stuff. So if you're into Amaarae and you want to listen to zodiac sign songs, which I never get anyway. I don't get why people will be like,
yo,
you're Capricorn, so you're not compatible with an Aquarius. And I'm like, who?
Yo, you know what's so funny?
Yeah.
What's so funny is because I met someone yesterday and the person was like, oh, this person is a September Virgo. That means the person does this. And I am an August Virgo. I was like, what is going on? I didn't even understand what, any of those things. Yes. Co-star is for them, you know. If you enjoy your zodiac signs and the stars, this is for you.
Yeah, definitely for you, man. Because Amaarae, you know, she does what she does. Very wonderful singer. She hardly misses. Let's move on to Madame de Madame by Yaba, Buluku Boyz, and Falz. Looks like Amapiano is here to stay. This one is coming to a speaker or a club near you. I think that's all I have to say. I've heard Amapiano song. You've heard one, you've heard them all. So, I'm happy for this song, man.
Yo, I'm happy Falz is back again. So yeah, I enjoy the feature.
Yeah,
so,
I enjoyed
that's all I can say.
Man. I enjoyed it too. So let's take a short trip to Ghana. We have Penny by Kwesi Arthur. I love this one. Very smooth melodies, very chilled song. I'm definitely going back to this one. That is Penny by Kwesi Arthur. We are trying to expand our sound palettes. So we're giving you songs from like Ghana, Kenya, you know, this Morocco. No, maybe not Morocco. I don't like Morocco. Don't tell anybody.
No, maybe not. Yeah, we stop right by the Sub-Sahara. Just
exactly.
Right so, yeah.
That's it, what we know.
Yo, yeah, but yeah, I did actually enjoy this song. This, you know, I want to hear more from him. Yeah. I probably would check out more things that he's done. But yeah, just it's cool singing, you know, nice melodies. Our Ghana boys got something in the bag, so hey,
yes sir. Still in Ghana, Terminator by King Promise. This is another jam for me, another my piano song, very catchy chorus. When I heard it, the difference between Asake's Terminator and this one was like Terminator. I'm like, okay. That's definitely the difference between Nigeria and Ghana doing the pronounce stuff, but it's still a jam. I feel like Terminator. I'm like, who says Terminator? But then again, jokes apart, this is a very, very nice jam. You guys should actually listen to it. Terminator by King Promise.
yo, like exactly what you said, man. I was just gonna be like, yo, they just pronounced the Terminator different. Yeah. But yo, he's still Arnold Schwarzenegger is still here. He's still back. Yes, so yeah, it's a good song. So yeah, I mess with this.
I mess with it too, man. Another good song. So those were the songs we listened to this week. Let us know what you guys think, and you guys send us new music. You know, shout us out. Let us know songs and albums you guys are feeling. We may plug you in. We will plug you in if the song is nice, because a lot of people send songs, and you know, I mean, that space where, you know, if the song is not really good and I can't really offer you any advice, I would rather not reply you. But if I can still offer you advice, I'll just be like, you know what, you need to tweak this, stay grinding with the melodies, or switch the beat up, or look for a songwriter. But if the song is bad,
it's life, man.
Yeah, I just
leaving people on red.
Yeah, I just
leaving people on red.
But I've tried to reply every single person that sent me music, and they can actually vouch for that. Anyways, let's move on to new albums. We have God's Engineering True by AQ, none other than AQ. I think what is it is about AQ, love him or hate him, this brother has proven time and time again that he can flout out rap. And on this album, to be honest, nothing changes. 12 songs, 2 features, Blaqbonez and Cobams, production from Ray X, Nasty, I think Michelin and a few others. I love this album. Let me just put it out there from the beginning. The album kicks off with Friction, you know, has these bars on like solemn piano keys. Then there's this kind of upbeat song on Blueprint where it was just bragging and firing shots at everyone from Hennessy to Chalk City Boss Lusa.
Yo, what did Lusa do?
Like what's happened?
I want to know the story.
Yeah, I actually want to know the story. Then my favorite song, Mogadishu, sounding like something of a Khalid album. There's King Solomon and All Paid For. I think there's only one song I don't like on this album, and somehow it's the song with Cobams. I don't understand why I don't like that song, but when I heard it, I was like, there's something missing here to me. But other than that, it is a fantastic rap album to me. Beats, subject matter, and of course lyrics. I'm going back to listen to this one for sure because like people like AQ, rappers like AQ, the more you listen, the more you like digest the bars. But big ups AQ, man. Solid album to me, man.
Yo, so from a rap perspective, it's a stellar album. Like you said, I think I even stopped listening to the album from track 10. Like once that song started, I was like, nah, I'm done. And then I moved on. But yes, from what I heard, the first couple of tracks, Mogadishu is the standout track, and King Solomon. I enjoyed What's Happening, Blaqbonez feature, of course. Like I'll keep mentioning it, man. Like Blaqbonez, feature Blaqbonez. That's my tagline. Feature Blaqbonez. He knows what to do. He knows what to do with a feature. So, ladies and gentlemen, feature Blaqbonez. So like if you're a rap fan, want to listen to bars, listen to a couple cool beats, this is the album for you.
Yes, sir. No lies told. Shout out AQ. You guys should actually listen to this one, God's Engineering 2. This is my best AQ project. I know, like, I'm not like a super AQ fan, but from last year, the one with Brian, I think he regrets that too because there's a bar on this song where he's saying that the label made him collab with a tribalist, but that's neither here nor there. I like that album. I also like this one, God's Engineering too, so you guys should check it out. From albums, Show has a spotlight of the week. This week,
before I jump into my spotlight of the week, I would have to shout out, because we missed last week, I have to shout out Zlatan's Omo Logo EP. Because look, whatever you want to say about Zlatan, I don't care. Just listen to this EP. That's all I'm saying. Listen to anybody
has. I guess maybe hardcore rap heads always have this argument that Zlatan is not a rapper, but when it's in his bag, it's in his bag. And that song with the Modu Black, I love that song. Jesus Christ, that song is hard. Anyways, yeah, thanks for bringing that back, man. You guys should check it out, man. Zlatan's Omo Logo EP.
So spotlight of the week. An artist called Jeffrey Benson. The album is called Afro 6. Now, before you're like, Afro 6? Yes. So it's called Afro 6 Volume 1, and it's basically Afrobeats meets Canada, Toronto, whichever one you want to call it. But this is a dope, innovative Afrofusion artist, so kind of mixes the sounds, just Afrobeat, kind of sounds like pop, kind of sounds like rap, kind of sounds like R&B, but this is a really good project. I have not stopped listening to it since it got on my radar. Best song, I don't know, like there are a couple of best songs for me. Take Your Time, Rough Play, Magic, Living My Life. It's seven tracks, and I basically like I like everything. I don't think there's a bad song on this album. So like the guy's in his bag, man. So you guys have to check it out. Jeffrey Benson.
The Afro 6 SIX or S. You know how like people can spell with like letters and
okay, so it's Afro then 6. So the 6, the number 6. IX.
Yeah, I figured because anything that has like an Afro 6 or 7, they can put like S7EVN. I'm like, yes. Jeffrey Benson, number 6, Volume 1. Yeah, I've seen it. I've added this.
Yes. Yeah, man. So listen to it, enjoy it, man. And I would like to know your thoughts. But I think this is a really great project, and this is someone I definitely want to see win because this is really good music.
All right.
So yeah,
Afro 6, Jeffrey Benson. I'm definitely going to bump it in the gym tomorrow, and I'll let you know my thoughts next week. So there you have it, our spotlight of the week this week, Mr. Jeffrey Benson. Let's move on to the charts this week. The turntable charts, a bit movement here and there, but nothing too crazy. Number 10, we have So by Amaarae, that's coming down. Stamina, Tiwa Savage, Ayasta, and Young John also coming down at number 9. Who's Your Guide, Spyro and Tiwa Savage staying the same at number 8. Soweto, Victoria Temple, Rema featuring Don Toliver coming down to number 7. Feel is staying on the same spot at number 6. That's Feel by Davido. Wagalada by Buju, Kiss Daniel and Sheyi Vibe is coming down to the number 5 spots. Number 4, we have Party No Dey Stop, Adekunle Gold, and Zeno. Making his debut on the charts. Many Things by Zeno Liski, another fire song that came out, I think last week or last 2 weeks. But it's debuting at number 3. That's very, very high. And at number 2, we have Unavailable, Musa Keys, and Davido. And of course, still number 1, I don't know how this guy does it. 230 by Asake. That guy, he's still legit, man. I think this is 3rd week in a row now. Yeah, you like it now? I know when it first came out, you were like, yeah. So what's your verdict now?
230, man.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Yo, man. Minutes, man. Minutes.
Yeah, you did that. Okay, that's all I need to know.
That second verse be choking me.
I told you, man, that second verse is a rapper's verse. It's a rapper's verse.
Yo, be choking me, man.
It's a rapper's verse.
Yeah, we there.
Okay, all right. So there you have it, guys. The turntable charts this week. Let's move on to the 5. My 5 is inspired by Fireboy, because when I listened to his dance song, I was like, yeah, you know what? Let me go and give my ears some nice Fireboy Afrobeats album. And I came up with, I think, my personal favorites. At number 5, I have Jealous. This was the first Fireboy song I heard. Absolute jam. You know, it's that kind of song you hear and you know, who's this guy that is giving us melodies like this? You just hear that and know, like, okay, this guy has something like special. At number 4, I have Peru. Smash it. You know, what else can you say about this one? Everybody has somewhat done in real time. At number 3, I have a jam called What If I Say, an underrated Fireboy song, if you ask me. This was when I just like caught my cap for him melody-wise. At number 2, I have a personal favorite of mine, Bandana, another ridiculous song with Asake. Crazy song when it came out. Insane video. And number 1, this one is my personal favorite. It is Of the Laughter, Tears and Goosebumps album. Another underrated jam, it is called Energy. I feel like if I was A&R in this album, it is one of those songs that I will personally make sure that they give it push hard. Yeah, Energy is the name of the song. And there you have it, my top 5 Fireboy fire songs.
Oh, nice. I like that tagline. Yeah, that's a nice list. My 5 is because of whatever you want to call it, our topic today about Swizz, and just basically how Afrobeats broke into the US. I am naming my top 5. How would you put it? You know, back then when, you know, Afrobeat were chasing features. Yeah. So this is the top 5. Top 5 chasing features. So at number 5, I'd say Davido. I think it was 2015. Fans Me with Mick Mills.
Yeah.
I mean,
they actually fought over that album again. I remember like there was a small fight. I think over Mick Mill not pushing it because so what happened was
he didn't tweet about it or something.
Yeah, I tweeted about it, yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. After he paid that much money and whatever, and he didn't even promote it. Yes, I think that was it. But they did shoot a video, so I mean,
look at God,
whatever you want to call it. And he showed up in the video.
Yeah, it did.
The next song, Come Closer with Wiz. There was no Drake in the video, but you know what? I mean, it was still a song with Drake, and Drake was still the hottest person then. So I mean,
yep.
But I know. How would you rate that song now? Do you still do you think that song did what it should have done?
I think so. Yeah? I still like it. If I hear it, I still let it play, and sometimes I still go back to it on my Drake playlist or Wizkid playlist. So yeah, I still like the song. It's a very nice song.
All right, so we're good. Then there is P Square. P Square twice on this list, but P Square number 1 is Chop My Money with Akon. I think that had Mehdi as well. Back then when Akon was trying to help Africa, and he signed P Square and Mehdi to a contract that we do not know where that went or what happened, but Akon was the first person trying to push, to push Afrobeats in the States.
It was one of
because
them.
he was the first person to give them actual deals. Convict music, whatever. But yeah, that didn't go well. Then there was The Bunch and Oliver Twist, which was the biggest song. And then he featured Snoop on the song. So yeah, Snoop on Oliver Twist. I think Oliver Twist was like, The Bunch just kept pushing that song for like 3 years, man. As in, I swear to God, he was stretching it out for so long.
Guy, well, it had to happen now.
It's true, man. The song came out. Then he shot the video. Man, I wanted to say, I can't remember.
It was also one of those songs that first had like challenges or like dance challenges.
It was the first one, and it had like a video. Man, I can't remember when the video came out. Maybe 8 months later. So that stretched the song out for another. Then it dropped the Snoop remix when people had kind of moved on from the song, but he stuffed it down our throats, and they even dropped the video. I remember.
Yeah,
I think it was shot in LA or something. But yeah, so that was that. And then the final one is P Square, and they had Rick Ross on it.
Rose,
exactly. So
that's my top 5. Whether I like him or not,
whether you like it or not, he's taking that cash. Doesn't care. Yeah, so yeah, that's my top 5, man.
Businessman Rose, we're like, oh, what's that sound you call it? Afrobeats? Give me that cash, man. Yeah, not bad on the list at all, man. Nice list there. I say it's good times, man. Good times when all those, they will happily jump on like Yankee features. Now Yankee guys are the ones coming to us for features, man. Anyways,
what's in it, man? Like, yo, man, I like your song. I want to jump on it.
Exactly. That's how music works sometimes, man. The sound will just shift and you won't know why it's shifting or why it is happening. Anyways, let's get into today's Eliminate, and it's Mr. Eazi. Let us start out with battle of his, hit songs. There's Anointing featuring Sarkodie and Shocky, Baby Dancing, Abi, whatever they call it, and Dab. That song. I think that was his first single. Dance for Me, featuring Mr. UG. So yeah, Anointing with Sarkodie and Dance for Me featuring UG. Official.
I can remember Sarkodie's verse, and I really enjoyed that verse.
Yeah.
And just because of that, the fact that I can remember the verse very well, I'm going with Anointing.
All right, Anointing. I actually love that jam too, man. Very solid jam. That was when Mr. Eazi had one beat for like 10 songs, but we'll get into that later. Let's get into Battle of the New Songs. We have Everywhere I Go, Patek. Collect that song, and the pressure is getting worse. So Patek versus Wersa.
At the next, man, the pressure is getting worse and worse and worse. I'm going with Patek, man.
All right, Patek it is. Let's go into hit singles. Pour Me Water versus Skin Tight featuring Efia. 2 fire songs.
Skin Tight.
Yeah.
Like, this is unfair, man. I don't understand why both of them are going against each other.
I don't understand it that was. I had to make it very profound.
It's robbery, man. But yes, no matter what, man. Skin Tight is winning this, no matter what.
Skin Tight is winning it no matter what, according to Show. So we're going to Battle of the DJs. Nobody featuring Joe Boy and DJ Neptune on that one, and Ohima in a Medumbari, whatever I said. With DJ Spinall, Nobody and Ohima.
Nobody.
Nobody,
Nobody, man. Let's just move along. Nobody takes this.
I don't know about that, but it's your call.
Nobody.
So we have Anointing featuring Sarkodie and Skin Tight featuring Efia doing battle in the next round.
I got my butt like Skin Tight.
Right. Skintight, make it to the next round.
People were singing that song like it was a church chorus or church hymn.
It was crazy.
Yo, bro.
The Mr. Eazi vibe then was insane. His run was insane. Anyways,
joking.
This round we have Nobody and Patek. What say you?
Anywhere I go, I flex. Hey yo. Patek, man, is the number one stunner song, man. It's the number one stunner song, man. You don't even have a Patek. Just your swatch, whatever it is.
Final round, Skintight versus Patek. Drum roll, what say you?
It's only because I can't afford it. That's it. That's the only reason. Right. If I could afford it, geez, what are we talking about? But yeah, with that said, Skintight with Efya.
All right, Skintight with Efya, the ultimate Mr. Eazi song. And there you have it, guys. With that, we've come to the end of another wonderful episode. Thank you guys for listening to this episode.
Wait. Before you finish, I got to jump in for one more thing. You know how you had, for like a couple of weeks, you had Tim citing every other week?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Now I have taken it on myself that there's an Ayra Starr citing every other week. So Ayra Starr is in the new Stormzy video that just dropped. Again, Ayra Starr, the hardest working female in Afrobeats. That's
all right. Ayra Starr site. Showontstop quickly put that one in the Ayra Starr site. I saw the video too. Very nice video, and I love that song too, by the way. Very nice job.
Yo.
So can I close the show out now?
Yes, you can close it. Thank you.
Tell them thanks for listening, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Afrobeats Weekly. We hope you enjoyed it. A new episode of the podcast drops every Monday. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google, and Spotify, or wherever you get your pod from. We would love to hear from you. Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Please leave us comments, suggestions, and send your music to fanmail at AfrobeatsPod. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram on Afrobeats Pod. They will catch you in the next episode, hopefully with a Tem sighting and an Ayra Starr sighting.
Yo.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.